Hello, guys. Let everyone join, and we will start in a minute. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Okay, guys. So what I would like to say first. Yeah, sweet. So I also miss you guys. I'm really happy that you enjoyed my classes. So what I wanted to tell you first. So I know you have a lot of questions, and definitely I will give you all answers today after the main topic of the class. Don't worry. So right now, believe me, guys, test cases, it's most important skills for any QA person. So right now we will be focusing on test cases. So please pay attention to all details. I will tell you what is it, why we're supposed to do it. We will practice a little bit, and then I will answer all your questions. So let's go. So that's agenda, which I announced it already. So guys, let's learn what is a test case. So test case is defined as a set of actions executed to verify particular feature or functionality of the software application. So test case indispensable component of the software testing lifecycle that helps validate application under the test. So simple language, test case is just our set of steps which we will be executing to verify our application doing is what we expecting from that application. Yeah. So it means that the test cases clarify what needs to be done to test a system, like application, that's the definitely system. It gives us the steps which we execute in system, the input data values which we enter in the system, like test data, password, login, along with expected results when we execute a particular test case. So that's the definition. You will remember, you're supposed to remember this for future, but once you guys will practice, you will be always able to execute the test case definition with a simple word, which is most important. Okay, next. Why it's so important. So test case writing, that's the major activity for any QA, manual, automation, everyone. We all write in test cases a lot. So yeah, that's the major activity, and consider it as one of the most important part of software testing, which is so true, believe me. It's used by the testing team, development team as well, and even project management. So, and later on example, I will show you how everyone will be using your test cases. If there is no documentation for application, which has happened a lot if you're working, for example, in a small startup, in the future, you can use these test cases as at least some documentation, baseline. So test case bring together the whole testing process. So if the test cases are ready, they really helpful to measure whether client expectation were fulfilled or not. When we execute in test cases, we can get more defects, which may be skipped in ad hoc testing. It's simple, guys, like why we need even test cases. In your real life, for example, when you wake up in the morning and you had some plans, but at the end of the day, you realize that you skip some of them because you never noted this one. Same with the test cases. more you create in documentation, like in your cases, test cases, the more you can cover when you will be testing your application. So that's why it's really important to have them. And that's why, guys, we will be practicing with a test case a lot. But you're supposed to be really happy that you will be practicing a lot with the test case creation. So again, what else, why test case is so important? We can get all answers, questions below from the test cases and get a sense of the product and where it stands. So, and question are, so which module of the application have been tested? How many test cases have been executed? How many modules of the features are stable, not stable? What's failed during the testing? Which models need more according to number of the defects found in respective models? So if we see something is failing, so we can like simply help developers and project management and business team to show what needs to be improved based on our test casing, based on our test activities. So yeah, sufficient input of combination exercise covered in test cases. We're supposed to answer this question always. So does the application give correct error messages if user does not use it in the way it was intended to be used? For example, you sign up for any application, enter login, and then you enter the password. And for example, you enter in the wrong password. And once you enter the wrong password, but you don't know this information yet, and hit submit button, and for example, you will see nothing. Or you will see, for example, error code 1234. You just a user, you have no idea what does it mean, error code 1234. Backend system of this application definitely says by logs to developer that's the user entering the wrong password. But you just user, you see the front part only and you don't know. So that's why you as a tester always supposed to validate using the test cases. If you're doing something wrong, from the user perspective, you're supposed to see a correct error message. So that's why it's really important to also like create those test cases. We will be doing this one also. What else? By creating test cases, we're supposed to also answer the question, is the application tested on different browsers and different platforms for mobile to test compatibility? So yeah, guys, especially when you will be testing a new feature, you will be working on new product, you're always supposed to make sure that you tested your application on Windows, on OS X, on mobile iOS, on mobile Android, across all browsers. So on Windows, you're supposed to test on Chrome, Firefox, and Edge, Microsoft Edge. On OS X, which right now current OS X for Apple, it's Mojave, you're supposed to test on Chrome, Firefox, and Safari as well. For iOS, you suppose iPhones, if it's web mobile version of the application, not exactly the native application of the phone, you're supposed to test on Safari and Chrome. And for Android phone, you're supposed to definitely test on Chrome. You see how many jobs we're supposed to do? So it's a lot, but everything's supposed to be noted in test cases. So also what we're supposed to check by executing our test cases, does the UI means user interface, please remember this one, conform to the specifications. So we're supposed to make sure that if they mention that button's supposed to be blue color, it's exactly blue, not green, for example. As a feature traceable to the requirement specification, all them have been covered. So we're supposed to make sure that if, for example, we implementing 3 images into the photo gallery, so we're supposed to make sure that we have test cases for entire photo gallery. For example, what's supposed to be on the first image, what's supposed to be second, and what's supposed to be on the third, and how photo gallery is supposed to be displayed for the user. That's just a simple example. It's a lot of them. So also what we're supposed to check using test cases. If user scenario, as a test case is good enough, as a finding defects. For example, there is, and you will be learning this one, there is a lot of ways to test an application. And two really important test types, that's the positive testing and negative testing. So you're supposed to positive testing when you just interacting with the application just from the positive way, happy pass. So if password say it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4 digits, for example, so you're supposed to enter 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you're testing from the negative perspective, means you're doing something that application doesn't expect from you. You're supposed to, in this password field, enter it, for example, 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will be learning those testing techniques, but that's also like a positive and negative test cases supposed to be definitely be mentioned in your test cases. And finally, what is the quality of the application? So as a testers, we're supposed to make sure that our application definitely was at least, I would say, good quality. I never saw the perfect application in my life. It's always way to improve anything, but definitely depends. Everything is depends. Some application like really complicated, and even when if it's already on a just good level, it's more than enough. But yeah, by creating test cases, we're supposed to make sure that we did everything to present to our customer high quality application. So that's why we need a lot of test cases. That's why we need to learn them. And that's why we need to know how to do it. So to create test cases, as the same as well as the bug reports, we need the tools. So we need some help. Definitely, still some companies not using any tools, and testers creating test cases just using Google Docs, Microsoft Excel Docs, but it's definitely old world. But what can I say? In my first job, like 4 years ago, I used to use for mobile test cases Google Google documentation. So a Google Drive also was fine, but right now it's so many useful and cool tools. So, and we will be using tool as well here during our bootcamp. So, so right now I will give you a quick overview of some famous tool just for your overall knowledge, and you will know it for future. So yeah, whether it's about capturing requirements, designing test cases, test executing reports, informing other team members about the test in progress, we need a test management tool. So some tools name Zephyr, which we will be using here. They like advertising saying that they #1 selling test management tool, which is probably true because it's not really expensive, not really cheap. So maybe that's why. TestRail, really famous one, TestPad, and TestCollab. So later, guys, I will give you this presentation, so you will have all this information for you for future. So you will not lose it. So don't worry. So yeah, and there is more and more tools. So those tools, they not only for example, you create a test case, save it, and test case, just save it here. So that's tool for creation, the whole library of test cases. You will be able to execute test cases in this tool. You will able to show for your team, for the management people, some statistics, and you will be able to see the statistic as well and creating a lot of reports. So to use test management tool, it's really cool. So we will practice later. So what else? In bootcamp, we will be using Gherkin language style for test case creation. So what is it, Gherkin? So Gherkin, that's the plain text language with a little extra structure. It's designed to be easy to learn by non-programmers, which is like manual QA testers. structured enough to allow concise description of example to illustrate business rules in most real-world domains. Yeah, as you heard, probably there is a Cucumber framework exists right now in IT. So Gherkin language, that's the format for Cucumber specification. It's domain-specific language will helps you to describe business behavior without need to go into details of implementation. So, and I will show you right now the main keywords for Gherkin language, which we will be using in the test cases. So, main keywords, it's not all main keywords in whole Gherkin language, but for us, we will be using given, when, then, and. So that's our main keywords for our test cases. So what this given means? Basically, that's the precondition of our test case. Given steps used to describe the initial context of the system, scenario. So for us, guys, just remember, given, that's the precondition step. And as you see in an example, given user is on the login page. So what does it mean? You're not supposed to describe whole test cases. For example, given user is on the home page and then given user is navigating to the login page, you already by this precondition, when you start creating your test cases, already know that before start execute test cases, user is supposed to be on the login page first. So that's the precondition, defines the context. So that's the given. Once we will practice and you will definitely will get it without any difficulties. When, that's the steps which describe event or action. So what user is doing right now, that means when. This can be a person interacting with the system, or it can be event triggering by another system. So, and as an example, you can see when I perform sign in, or when I logged in, or when I logged out. So that's exactly the action. Then, that's actually like our outcome. So after the action of the when step. So that step should use like as assertion to compare actual outcome. In our case, then that's exactly supposed to describe our acceptance criteria. What does this acceptance criteria mean? So that's the main idea of the whole test case. You're supposed to verify is that your, like in this example, for example, then I should see welcome Marina. So that's your acceptance criteria. Once you sign up and log into their application, you're supposed to see welcome message. In this case, test case title will be like verify welcome message after user is signed up. So that's your acceptance and success criteria. Then, step then. Sometimes, if in our test case more than one step, sometimes we will be using 2 steps, but guys, let's try to never use more than 2 steps. Test case supposed to be short, clear, and related to only one functionality. You cannot test 2, 3, 5 functionality in one test case. Always supposed to be one functionality. But for example, I will give you an example. So user start when I type in, when I logged into the page, when I'm going to log into the page and type in email address with test data, then I see something. So that's not really exciting example. I had better for you. But sometimes if in your test case before success criteria, you're supposed to do 2 steps. So first will be when, and second will be then, and then end. So that's a little bit confusing, but once we will practice and you will get it. So right now, guys, I will stop my presentation and we will open Zephyr tool in Jira and I will show you everything. When condition again, sure, without any problem. So when, that's your step. So we will go through this condition when, right now on the test case exactly. So, and you will be able to get it better than now. So first, let's go back to the Jira. You guys see that's our Jira, the same Jira that you using for your link to, there is no link to the Zephyr. I will show you right now how you will get it. So that's exactly from Jira. So you will see it on my screen right now. As you see here on the Jira, we have a field tests. One second, someone raising the hand. Okay. Okay, yeah, guys, no hands, please. I will explain, like you will unmute yourself or I will unmute you later and it will show you everything. Yeah, all questions will be answered. So test cases. To navigate to the Zephyr, we're supposed to click here on the tests and we will be, it's already Zephyr. You see, there is Zephyr help, support, everything you need. Right now, guys, we're interested in exactly how to create a test case. So simple, you can hit here, create a test and click like this. And you will see the similar view that you saw for the bug report, yeah? So, and let's try to create our first test cases. So right now I will give you step-by-step instructions. So, and I will explain the when right now again. So that was a test case example. So let me show you up again. So we want to create test cases for sign up. So this one will be the title. We would like to verify how our email workflow works. So that will be title. Sign up, and this pipe means I'm under sign up section. So I'm testing right now the sign up. That's the optional title. You just can have simple title without any pipe. Just make sure your title is short, is clear, and describing exactly what are you going to test. So, and that's this case. So I will be posting everything in the title, guys, and you will get it. So title. In my test case, I'm going to test sign up functionality, and I would like to verify that enter email flow work as expected. This test case could be applicable for almost each and every application, included our DINs, because it's really similar functionality everywhere. Yeah, definitely might be some difference, but will be really minor one. So right now we're supposed to put our first step given our preconditions. So I am a new user. I wouldn't say that's the fancy word, but more technical. New means I'm an authenticated user. So I never signing up before this application. I don't have an account. So, and I'm going to sign up. It means I already found the website. I already found the sign up button. So I'm clicking on this sign up button. So in this precondition, I can put here in description. Or guys, there is a second option. We don't have any priority for test cases. That I don't know why Zephyr added this the same view as if for bug report. So don't focus on this one. I would like to have none, but unfortunately it's impossible in this configuration. So you have to skip this one. So first you have to enter the title. You see reporter, that's the automatically populated field. So you're supposed to, you don't have to worry about enter your name. So yeah, precondition could be entered here in the description, which is okay, or assigning, it's the same. Or automatically or unassign it, or if you want to work on it, you're supposed to assign it to yourself. So if you don't want to touch it, or if someone, I don't know, maybe your team member will be executing your test case, you can assign it to him. So that's also like multiple options. Also, you can use your precondition here as a first step. And you have to click here on add. And you see, this will be like a first step. So if you feel comfortable to do everything here, I'm fine with this one. If you want to put your precondition step here, I'm also fine with this one. Up to you guys, how you feel more comfortable. So once we already know where we're supposed to do, before we will be executing our first action, when? First step. So we have preconditions that user is already landed to the home page, find out the signing up button and go and clicking on this button. So what's happened? Once he clicks sign up button, he's probably seen what? Login and password form, like login, like sign up form. You're supposed to, in some form, you just have to fill out your email or first name, last name, then email. So it's multiple options. So we will pretend that user already see, for example, in our application, only email flow. And what user supposed to do? User supposed to enter an email. So that's the when, that's our action. So when entering a valid unregistered email, definitely that's by this unregistered email, you're supposed to know that email should be totally new, fresh created. Later, I will show you how the tip how to create multiple emails using one domain. Maybe someone already you know and you will tell me. So that's the first step. We enter in email in the enter email flow. So once you enter the email, some application will ask you click to the continue button and then you proceed to the flow. And for each and every application, it could be different flow. For example, just enter the password or enter the password and then click submit. So there is a, so, but in this case, we would like to check only if once user entered email, then he is able to proceed the like future flow. So, or he could be redirected to password field or just by using tab or by clicking continue button. So it doesn't matter. So we just verifying the flow. So after user entered email, something will happen. So in our case, then user proceeds through the flow. Means after he enters email, something is happened, which is good. So our test cases in this case will be passed. So we click in add button again here. So it's really important to click this button when you create test cases, because if you will not, your test cases will not be saved. And once we did all this field, we can click create button, create. And our test case is ready. Let's check it again. So we have title. So title is supposed to tell us what we are going to test. In this test case, we tested enter email flow. So we put precondition. I will leave it as it is for now, guys, but later you're supposed to know that we have only one time precondition. So or here, we cannot have it two times, like twice. So we entered precondition here and we entered our first step, when. And then we entered our access criteria success. So once user did something, then user see something. So once he enters the email, then he proceeds through the flow. So we're supposed to verify this one. So that's test case is created. That's how we're supposed to test. Okay, right now let's create test case for error message. Which I already mentioned to you, super important. We're supposed to always verify our error messages. So I will show you again. So you see, guys, That's the title. Verify invalid email error message. That's what we are going to test with a test case. So guys, to create test cases, oh, sorry guys, I actually didn't mention, but nice to create your test cases under test cases sprint. I didn't do this first time, but that's fine. I will show you how to move. We can probably later, I will show you. Let's not waste the time. So we can move it to the sprints. It's easy. So let's right now create one more test case, and you will be familiar with this one. So I can hit C button without going to create and test case, and I will have a test. You see, guys, it's really the same flow like for the bug report. You just have to choose the correct document form. In our case, that's the test case. So again, we're supposed to put title here. So we verifying error message. Then we're supposed to add precondition. Precondition is the same. User is trying to sign up. So we already know which floor he is executing. So once he did it, we will be executing our first step, which is when entering invalid email. So for example, you enter email marina without @gmail.com and you click on continue or submit button. What you will see invalid error message. That's our then. We're supposed to. Then the message, please enter a valid email, is displayed. What's else also could be happened? For example, user entering invalid email, and then he see this error message. So, but we also would like to verify invalid error message for the password. It's not really good idea to do this functionality in the same test case, but it's possible. So what we will do in this case, we have to add end user entering invalid password. The same. So user will see the same issue, the same message, sorry guys. Then the message, please enter a valid password, will display. So I'm just showing you how it's possible. It's not the case for this test case, but that's how it will look like if you're supposed to execute the test case with a second step. So I will not be adding this one because it will be wrong. I will just click create button and this one will not be saved. So, and I will show you. You see guys, if you didn't click add button, that's not saved. So be sure you save in your test cases. Even I added some test case images. Okay, I don't know how I did it, by some magic probably. So that's how we're supposed to create test case. That's how it will looks like. Okay guys, right now, let's start with your questions related now only to the test cases, okay? So let me unmute you, some of you who wants to ask the question. I will add the sprint, don't worry. Okay, so Katerina, she was the first. Katerina, you can talk right now, please. No? Okay. Okay, Nazari, you're allowed to talk. You can.
hear me?
Yes, I
No,
hear you.
I guess I figured that out now. I missed that part that you actually put given condition into description in your second example. I thought you didn't put that, and I was asking why.
No, it's optional. So you can put it here or you can put it here is a second step.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Katerina. You can post your questions. Okay, Natalie.
Hi, Marina.
Hi.
I have a questions regarding the bug reports and the test cases.
Okay.
So,
First, test cases first.
Yeah, okay.
Bug reports after.
Okay, the test cases. When is it more applicable? I mean, what is more useful for the QA to use test cases more or bug reports?
Oh, that's totally different thing. Don't mix it together. Bug reports you create and when you found an issue. Test case, that's documentation which help you to test your application. So how test cases usually create them? So you will have a documentation which will call requirement, and we will practice this one. So I will be giving you a requirement and you will be creating test cases based on this requirement. For example, I will tell you user story. As a user, when I'm landing to the home page, I would like to see the welcome image. And based on this requirement, you as a tester are supposed to create test cases. It will happen a little bit later. Right now, guys, you will be creating test cases by functionalities, and I will show you later how. So that's two different types of documentation. So bug report, that's you creating when you found an issue. Test case you creating to test an application.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so let me answer questions from the chat. Should be the capital letters only for test cases. You mean for when, then, and? I'm usually doing for myself personally because it's easier to read steps, but no, you can do lower cases, but please always start your title from uppercase, okay? The same for the bug report, the same for the test cases. When we would need to enter data under the test. For example, you wanna test something with particular test data. When user entering invalid email, and it would be looks like this. For example, test gmail.com. You see @ sign is missing. So that's the test data. That's you can enter here and it will be saved. You do not see the question. Which question? Linked issue 4. The first question. Okay. Screenshot in this case is usually not requirement unless you're supposed to verify some specific visual part of the application. For example, requirement will tell you definitely attach the screenshot, but usually it's not really a requirement. Linked issues. So linked issues, it's if you need to link some bug report. For example, guys, there is a field and we will be talking about this field later. Right now, you just have to have an idea what does it mean. For example, you creating a test case library or a couple test cases. And once you executed all test cases, you found some bug reports. So there is a possibility to link these bug reports to test cases. And this one linked issue will allow developer to see what exactly test cases were executed when you found this issue. That's why we need this linked issue. So that's guys, this coming. So it's right now maybe a little bit complicated for you. So first I would like you to see this one, how we're supposed to create in test cases, learn all documentation from documentation lesson, and then we will be going to more deeply in test cases. So that's this linked issue. So there is more action here. So you can create subtask, anything else. So That's why. So this linked issue works both way. You can link test cases to the bug report. You can link bug report to the test case. So any standard list of the test cases, which are very common in QA. So common test cases, that's the login, log out, sign in, sign up, some payment functionality, guys. But no, I don't know the list. You can, yeah, definitely it's a lot on the Google, but usually your test cases really unique and they related to your application. So definitely there is some repetitive steps like for your purpose, like I mean for improving your test case knowledge. You can Google some examples, but just use normal clear language and that's it. It's easy to create once you will get an idea. So not all company using Gherkin style. Personally, me, I'm always using Gherkin style during all my experience, like during my whole career in QA. But I know some companies, they just using simple language, which is also fine. So you're not supposed to be surprised when you will be starting your job and you will see, no, you guys not using Gherkin style. You say, no, we just prefer plain language, which is also fine. Okay, I answered everything from the chat. Let's go back to the people who raised their hands. Okay, Anna. No?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
guys, you see it's a little bit delayed, so that's fine.
Yeah, you just answered my question. I was curious just because I know that Gherkins is for Cucumber while you do automation, and like if every company use this style for manual test cases, but
yeah, a lot of company using this test style for manual test cases. Believe or not, it's really common. Yeah, and for automation as well. So, and guys, yeah, our project. Like future automation project also will be using Gherkin style and Cucumber framework. So yeah, you already learning some really helpful styles for your future automation project. Believe me, it's really helpful. This like steps given when then or given and when then, like it will be already in your head, but so you will be I would say memorizing your step by this one. For me, definitely it's easy to use this Gherkin style. When the best time to start a write test case, I will explain later. Best time to start write test case is when application in development, once you will get a requirement. So when developer creating the coding exactly their application, this time you're supposed to be working with the requirement and creating test cases. That's the best way. If you have a requirement. If you don't, you're still supposed to go across the company, ask project manager, maybe even developers to figure out what feature you're supposed to test and how you can prepare yourself. Okay, next question, Roman, you will be the next, go.
Hello? Can you
yes,
hear me?
yes,
Yes.
I do hear you.
I have a question. Once we have created the test cases and we got the product from the developers, and basically then the testers team starts to execute those test cases, as far as I understand. And when they do that, let's say there is 5 testers in the team, who gets assigned what? And are those test cases particular? Let's say we have 20 test cases. Each one gets 4 or something, or how does that work?
No, not this way. For example, you have like between 3 or 5 testers and 20 test cases. So each of you will be executing all 20 test cases. But for example, you will be executing on Windows Chrome, and I will be executing those test cases on Mac Chrome or Firefox or Safari to make sure we cover it all browsers and all platforms.
I got you. Thank you.
No problem. Guys, everything is easy once you practice. Okay. yes, it's mandatory in every company to write test cases. Even if it's not mandatory, if you will not do it by yourself, believe me, you will be lost. But I don't know the company where test case creation, it's not mandatory. Yes, I will give you later requirements, real requirements from the deans, but not today, guys. It's coming. That's the huge, not huge, that's the separate class. I will give it to you definitely. Okay, Gulia, you're the next. You can answer your questions.
Hello, Marina.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Marina. I found the 5 bugs. I logged in bug tickets, but I can't see my 5th bug on my activity
Gulia,
sprint.
sorry, right now we're talking about test cases, okay? So right now, yeah, once we finish test cases, you will be allowed to ask about bug reports.
I gotcha.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Azimjon, you're the next.
Hey, Marina.
Yes, hey.
I have just a quick question. If I understand you clearly, we can use this, test case only log in, log out, and then documentation. Yep.
Say it again, please.
If I understand you clearly, we can use this test case only for login and log out and applying for documentation. Yep.
Yeah, that's test cases. Yeah, but this format you're supposed to use for any test cases, any other test cases. That just was an example. Just my example.
Yeah. I have just one more question.
Sure.
If you want to report this test case, we have to put it which website has a problem to log in, log out. We have to put it this website also on the issue.
We're not reporting test cases. We creating test cases to verify something. You will be saving your test cases here in Zephyr. You're not, we will be creating test cases based on the Dean's project where you're looking for the bug reports. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, next one is Alexander.
Hello, how's the sound, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I have a question. How much time do usually software QA engineers spend on creating test cases? Like a month?
A month. There is no right or wrong answer. Depends on the availability. For example, if I'm busy something testing new feature, but definitely I'm already preparing for this feature. I can tell you guys for one of really important application in my life, it took me to create, not only for me, like a couple more people from my team, to create 1,000 test cases, around 1,000 test cases. It took us around 3 months.
Gotcha.
So depends, I cannot tell you really numbers because I don't know their other application. Yeah, I will show you test cases, guys, really with Dean's project a lot. So we can even check any test cases from the previous classes. I will show you right now. Okay, you don't have any more questions? Did I answer your question?
Thank you.
Okay, Tatiana. No? Okay, Zakia.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have actually 2 questions. First is how the test cases are written. Is it the meeting where all QA or Scrum team sits and the test cases are written?
No, that's you're working it by yourself. You can definitely discuss as a team once everything is done. Not even discuss, someone from the team can go and check your test case, not even checking, just like reading your test cases. But no, that's you working by yourself. Like based on your requirements, you will be creating your test cases by yourself.
Okay, so if we are 2 QA in a team, we
Mhm.
have to have like I'm working on my own, another person works on his own. Can we like, is it possible for duplication, or we're
No,
splitting
it's impossible because you're supposed to make rules or order. For example, you have 10 requirements, so that you're supposed to split it before you will. Guys, mute yourself who is not talking. So you're supposed to split, for example, you will take 5 and he will take 5. So you will be working on this flow and he will be working on different flow. No,
Oh,
it's impossible.
I see. And my second question is like one Scrum team works under one application test, or it's just like it can be like we can test 3 applications on this one time? I don't know, like is it sequence for the checking, or it's just like how
You cannot test couple application one at a time. You're supposed to be focused on something like on one.
I see.
Yeah, it's impossible from that's why people have a lot of testers in the company, because if company has a lot of project, that's why they need for each and every project like separate people. You cannot like, that's not really good.
Yeah, it's multitasking, but negative on a negative way. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, it was really one test case only checks one functionality. That's correct. Okay, guys, so let me show you test case with you said when and. Yeah, let me show you test cases from the previous class. Search tests, we can go search test and that's all my tests. We can try to search even test execute. So guys, here you can see in search test execution what actually test was executed by previous classes. I don't know if you will have an answer access for this one, but in the real life you will definitely have it, and you can check what was created and like executed from you. So you can click here and check what's here. You see people executed some regression test cases. Unfortunately, it's empty. Okay, verify auto suggestion are available in the search bar. Actually, this one is good. Let's check it together. So auto suggestion is this one. So you see, it's not just the empty field. I see something, type, country, or city. For example, I cannot copy. Okay, type a city or country. So title will be verify auto suggestions are available in the search bar. So given user is on a search bar or field means I'm here. For example, when viewing the search bar, then type city or country, auto suggestion is present. And I can add and user is typing city, for example, London, city and country. And you see, I added to the test data London, UK. So if I will do this, what's happened? We just have to modify the search results. So London, UK. So then user is taken to the search results page. Something like this, but in this case, first test case is better with one. If we will leave this title, so only this one step is good. When viewing the search, then type city or auto suggestion is present. But we can modify these test cases. We can create new test case. And I will probably do it right now. So let me create it in a new field. So I will do like this. I will delete this one probably. I will show you my much better example. Okay, so this one we don't need it. So this one we will leave as it is. I will show you one more. So, and it will, yes, print you can add here test cases. It was question about you can add here. And you can also modify it from, you see guys, and I'm actually just did a mistake. Don't do this please, but maybe it will be impossible for you. Always use your basic 5, but by default, I hope you will see only your basic 5 projects. So verify search results are correct. That will be test case. So same, given user is landed to the search bar of search field. So first step will be when user is typing city and country, or just you can say when user type in, when user enter in search request. Let's do like this. Then user is taken to the search results page. And view and user is checking the search. Guys, mute yourself. Results, then search results are correct. I would say the same as a test data, like definitely the same like as a test data, but we can then search results are correct. User sees London, UK related search results, but we can just leave search results are correct. That's for your, I would say it, overall knowledge add. So that's the test case with the 2 steps. In this case, we can leave it as it is. And we can create a test case. Clear? I don't know who is the ABC for future. You're allowed to talk right now, but for future, please use your real normal name, because how I can tell hi ABC?
Sorry, hi. Yes, I just automatically put. I didn't even change my name. Sorry. Yeah, the question is how many steps we should write?
Ideally 1, then and when, or when and then. Sorry.
Got it. Thank you.
2 maximum. Okay.
Okay, I see.
Okay, guys, so that's just start. So you can view this lesson today, like later, like couple times. You have to finish your documentation lesson with all videos related to the test cases. And please remember that here under your, sorry guys, why I cannot, for some reason, it's logged me out. 1 second, guys. I want to show you exactly again where this page in the Confluence. You see there is useful links here. So test cases and bug reports. So you said you have the same video in LMS. Just in case you lost it or you need something quickly, I created extra page in Confluence. So how to create bug reports, how to create test cases, watch how to execute test cases. I'm not showing you right now because for test execution, we will have a separate class. So some useful article about bug reports, about Jira, about test case. I like this resource too. And there is an example like templates. You see a lot with 3 steps, with and you see with the 2 steps. Even I created one long one. I'm not really excited about this test case, given and when, but I know kind of those test cases also exist. Some companies, they okay with sometimes multiple steps in a test case. For me, it's better to have short test case, so I will not be lost when I will be testing. So that's why. And reports of the bug, like bug reports example. So there is, you can click here and you will be able to see, like you see, that's the template, just the template. So I created for you and for previous course, so you guys not will be lost. So this page will be also helpful. So that's it related to the test cases. Right now, all other questions, guys, one by one, okay? Okay, so questions not related. Okay, Gulia, you can talk.
Marina, I have one problem. I got 5 bucks, but I can't find my 5th box on the activity sprint. I can see, I mean.
Okay. You cannot see the sprint. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're supposed to do first, guys. So you see here is active sprints. You can click here on this button and you can switch to any other sprint. Oh, sorry, I'm on the different project. Sorry, guys. I have to switch to your one. That's the same. You have to click here. So you created the bug report. Tell me, please, Gulia, did you edit those links to your main Jira ticket here for this one?
Yes.
And where's this ticket? It's in to do, in QA, ready for UAT.
Oh, I can't.
You know the number. Can you give me the number of your main ticket?
Sure.
Sure.
385, I guess. Yes. 385.
Okay. 385, yeah?
Yes.
So you're still working on this one?
Yes.
Okay. First, that's your bug report, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And you see it's here. It's under main sprint. So that's not main ticket. I'm talking about the main ticket. That's the separate bug report. I'm talking right now about, like, do you remember that I show you on the yesterday class? That's the main ticket, for example, which supposed to be created by me or Lana. I supposed to be reporter. So that's the main ticket. There is a description on this ticket and you're supposed to post the link to your bug reports under this main ticket. So you're supposed to take this ticket first and post all the links to your bug reports here in the comments.
I see. Okay.
So that's how you will keep all your bug reports together. But also to find your bug reports, you can use simple search, for example. Reporter. Equal. Kulia, do you see you?
Yes. See.
Do you see how it's easy? That's why I gave it to you, Jira query language video.
Yeah. Thank you.
No.
Thank you, Marina.
Okay.
I got it.
Cool. Okay. Okay, who is, okay, Azimjon, your question not related to the test cases, ask any other question. You can talk right now. No? Okay, Ludmila.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Hi, guys. So I have a question about bug reports at Dean's website. And the question was that there was content localization that doesn't work on any section of the website. And for example, if you go to homepage or to blog or trip constructor, it was active only in French partially, but for example, if you go to page blog trip, and there is the also search for language, it works, it's translated in Spanish and French completely. So the question is it one bug, or we can consider it like different bugs in this website?
If you see something translated partially to the Spanish, partially to the French, that's the different issue. So in this case, you're supposed to create like 2 bug reports. One bug report, localization doesn't work on whole website. And you can put some an example that's short bug reports. And you can see on some pages, I see partial translation to the French and the Spanish. That's the second one.
Okay, thank you, Marina. And another question, I have another question,
Sure.
if possible. Yes, is it necessary to do screenshot in all browsers, which mentioned in the environment?
No, if issue present everywhere, just once.
Just one browser, any browser, right?
Any browser, issue will be the same everywhere.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, and next person will be Maxim Linik. If you're ready to ask your question, you can talk right now.
Hey Marina, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Right now it's good. I have all answers. Yeah, I'm already received all answers. I mean, I didn't have so far question for you.
Because you raised your hand before, so I know you had. So if there is no question, right, which is good, means I did good job.
Right. It's super helpful. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Yeah, if I have any question, I just send you text message or I raise my hand next class.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll ask someone who have a question. Okay, thank you. Okay, we still have how many persons? Okay, Nick.
Hi, Marina.
Hi.
Thank you for the lesson. The question is regarding the comment under in the bug in the ticket. So when you add the link of your bug into the comment.
Let's do this, guys. Let's pretend we are real testers as we are. If you want me to take any ticket, to take a look under any ticket, you first supposed to send me the link, but right now you just can tell me your ticket number. Tell me, and I will check.
Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 320.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't write down.
320.
Yeah, let's check the 320. If not, you can check by my name probably.
No, it's not you, by your name.
I didn't write it down.
Oh, excuse me, what I'm doing, cancel. So project sort B5 and search. Why I hit in the cancel? Sorry guys, something wrong with this. Okay. Nick, and your, what is your username here? This one, yeah?
Yes, right.
Okay, which one? First, I will tell you immediately right now, always use first letter as uppercase, okay? Okay, which bug report?
No, the ticket, because we're talking about the ticket.
Okay, main one, okay.
Yeah.
In this case, it's assigned to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this one, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 216, yeah.
Mm-hmm, okay.
So the links out there, I have a hard time to add the links. Every time I put the link, I had to push add button. But if you push the add button, it's...
Why add? You have add? Okay, like add as a comment, you mean here?
No, just so you put the link. So you basically put the link, and then you, if you go to take another link, so it says save that link, but you save those previous link, so it just.
Can I ask you the question? Yeah. What browser are you using and which operation system? Because I never heard this. It's so easy, just copy and paste. Let me show you. That
was probably, yeah, I'm using the Safari, and it's macOS.
Okay, I'm using Safari right now, and it's macOS. You see? But I think I replaced all your comments. Okay, that's fine. I will. So I will show you how to restore it. And I deleted them all. Sorry. But that's fine. I can definitely restore it. It's not a big deal.
So it shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah, it's not shouldn't be a problem. I'm not seeing your comments at all. You see, so that's some probably issue in Safari. Let me try to do this on Chrome. 1 second. So, but you linked all your bug reports to this ticket, which is amazing job. Yeah, you did it by yourself, this one?
Yeah, I did all by myself, and then I added that. So I had hard time only with these links, because
so that's Safari bug. You see on Chrome.
I found the way, but that way was
no. Just use Chrome.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, but you can always, like, for example, copy link. I'm copying link right now. And did someone already check your bug report here? No?
No, probably not.
Okay, so guys, so we have a teacher. Her name is Elsu. She is a super experienced QA engineer. She's working for Fujitsu Corporation. So She's really experienced, so pay attention to her comments, and I hope you will be happy. So I restored all your links here. You see it's here right now.
Okay.
Yeah, no questions?
No, thanks. Thank you.
Okay, so please mute yourself. Okay, so next person who I have. Guys, did anyone have any other question? Because looks like I already answered all. Okay, you raised your hand. Okay. Okay, Nazaria, you can talk right now.
One more question related to.
Repeat, please, because you're so like quiet and lost.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but try to be more loud, please.
So when related to the test cases creations and stuff, once you execute the test cases, for example, it either failed or passed, you know, you either create the bug report, but for example, if everything passed, how do you report that?
1 second. I will try to allow you to speak a little bit louder. Okay, try again, please, because you're so lost.
Well, can you hear me now?
Really bad one. Can you try to put your question somewhere in the general, and I will try to answer it, because we're not hearing you like really at all. Maybe that's something with your microphone. So type your question, please.
Yeah, give me 1 second then.
Okay. Who else? Raise your hands if you still have a question. Okay, Alexander. Okay. You can speak.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like I've raised the hand accidentally.
Okay. Who else?
Sorry, I have no questions.
Questions. So related to homework. So homework as for now, guys, the same. You're supposed to create 5 unique bug reports, and you're supposed to finish documentation lesson. So that was the first overview. Saturday, you will be continuing to practicing with test cases more. So that's the first overview. You have to watch the class again. You have to watch all videos about how to create bug reports and how to create test case. You can play with the Jira. If you want to try to create test cases, yes, please, why not? But it's not necessary for now. So that's the first overview. How I do report the test case passed and failed. So that's a separate question for separate class, but I will show you quickly. So do you remember that I show you here, you can see search test execution. You see there is an indicator. So once you will be creating this one called test run or test execution. So you will see fail or pass indicator. So you see this unexecuted, those are fail, some of them are pass. That's how you will know. That's automatically, you will click this test execution, for example. Let me show you. Where's, unfortunately, I probably cannot execute, but guys, there is like once you executing this one, you can, yeah, you can change this one here and set, for example, pass. That's it. That's how you will mark. Some tools do this all automatically. How you will do this one? You just will have to simply, for example, all you execute your test cases first, then you will highlight all of them by checkboxing, like check it all checkboxes here, and click, for example, switch to the pass. Not in Zephyr, and that's good right now because you guys will be only passing exactly test case, which is definitely pass, not fail. So that's how. So when I create a test case and you execute and there is no bug, that's the pass. That's it. So I hope I answered these questions. Anyone else? All good, related, all settings, anything not clear, how to use Jira maybe. Guys, don't hesitate, ask, I will show you everything, that's fine. You're not supposed to know everything. We just started. Okay. Okay, Dash, you're allowed to talk. Do you have a question? Yeah.
Oh, finally. Good evening. So I was trying to register to Jira, and as soon as I get there, I was trying to create, as you say, mentioned it in the last class, the bug report. And as soon as I get out from the page and try to switch to another browser or look for another that bins that you give it to us where to look for the bugs. When I getting back to the Jira again, so it's dropping me off and I have to log it in again and again and again.
So there is an option once you logged in next time, put remember, like checkbox, remember me, and you will just have to click continue again. Which browser and which operation system are you using?
I'm using Pro iPad.
Okay, that's why.
Safari.
So I'm not recommending you to use iPad and for Jira. Highly recommend you using normal laptop, Windows or Mac, because Jira, it's not fully functional on iPad. So that's why probably. So you will always have an issue.
Oh, okay. I have last version. I don't know. I thought it's gonna be.
No, that's not related to the version. That's more web mobile version. That's not desktop. So Jira, that's fully supported as a desktop or separate mobile application, which you're supposed to download for. You can try to download the Jira application from the store, Apple Store. I'm not sure. I don't know if it will be free, but you can try. But Jira is supposed to be used as a desktop version.
Desktop. Okay. All right. So I have to have another computer. Okay.
Yeah, you have to have, if you have on the iPad, you're definitely supposed to buy something cheap, but for testing iPad, it's not enough. For this kind of boot camp, you definitely need a laptop.
I just got right now because for this class, I thought it would work.
No, unfortunately.
So I can exchange it for regular design. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I answered all questions, guys. You're all good now. Let me show you some like useful also things related to the Jira and how you can track actually your group progress here. So again, you see there is like some settings panel here. So, and you can see the reports here. So this one, burn down chat, that's the team report. We're supposed to, using this one, we can see how good we are. I mean, our progress. So, and what can I say right now? All bug reports, you just started, guys. So, but most of them in to-do status. So I will show you right now what you're supposed to do. So it means we bet. What about main sprint? A little bit better. So we are going closer to the end. So perfect condition, we're supposed to be here. It's at the bottom. So you can go here and check how whole team progress. So that's why we're using this burn down chat a lot. So let's go back to the Jira and I will show you some stuff. So active sprints again. What I already saw. So first, main sprint. So I see some bug reports reported under main sprint. Guys, so for those who on the class right now, so you see how you can, so in this sprint, in main one, we're supposed to see only blue check boxes here. It means it's only main ticket here. So some of you, which is okay for now, created your bug reports on the main sprint. That's for your personal comfort, I would say. You have to create here on the bug report. So I would like to have all bug reports in one place. First of all, for you, if you're still not comfortable with using Jira query language or something else, it always will be here under bug reports sprint. So do me a favor, go here, check if you created bug report under this sprint and switch it to main one. I will try to show you right now how to do this. It's easy. Just this bug reports. That's fine. This message is fine. Ticket under bug reports right now. So go and do the same. So make sure under this main sprint, we see only tickets with this blue check boxes. So team leads who is on the class right now, please make sure your team members are aware of what they're supposed to do.
Yes. What is the difference between square and round red box and
that's the task? That's the task. You see, that's your main ticket report created by me, where you're supposed to put all your link to the bug reports and make sure it's done. So that's the difference. And here is a bug report. That's why it's red. If something doesn't work, it's always red. Okay, related to this sprint. Guys, so you see, you already created those bug reports. If you're not working, for example, this one, into do status, looks like it's fully done. So, and I'll also even already change it, guys. Please remember, move it to ready for UAT, how you're supposed to do this. So you create your bug report right now and it's done, ready for the check-in. So you want your ticket to be checked, yeah? It should be here, ready for UAT. Don't leave it in to do. If you're not working on this one, move it in ready for UAT. Or if it's the client, it will, by the teacher, it will be in QA. Will be returning to in QA status. Also, you see, I see someone created, someone switched the ticket to the bug reports. It's main ticket, always supposed to be under the main sprint, okay? Don't switch the sprint for the main, for the tickets, which type is task, okay? Okay, someone raising the hand. Yelena. Yelena, you can speak.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Marina. So the question is about the bugs in to-do section. So when I created my bugs and I put them to ready for UAT section, then also checked them and she put them back to to-do and she left me a comment to keep my bugs at to-do section. She said that we move only.
Okay, maybe that was misunderstanding. Sorry. So I will explain also when it's done. So it's in to do. It's not rejected by mistake. It's just in to do.
No, she said that it's accepted, and she told me to keep tickets in ready for UAT and to move all the bugs back to do section.
No, it's supposed to be done. Once she checked it, she was supposed to move to the. Can you give me your ticket number, please?
I don't see it, but you can check by my name, Elena Markova. And the ticket isn't in done. Yeah.
So assignee. I will tell also that's not a big deal, so she will. You see, it's just accepted. It's not saying to do.
Yeah, if you check the ticket, I think she has the ticket. Yes. Please don't change BR status. Change just task status, and she returned it back to do.
Bug report status, just task status. okay, I will tell her that you can change it to bug report status too. That's fine. We will fix this one. So because that's the new type of how I want you guys to create a bug report. So she's actually she's right from developer's perspective. So once developer from the deans will go and check the bug reports, it's supposed to be open, they still will be able to check it. So technically, she's definitely correct. In real life, you can put your bug reports in the done status only after a developer fix it, you test it, and make sure it's done. So technically, she's definitely right. But right now, we're just doing like first like type of testing, so we can move it to done. So I let her know that's fine if you will move in this one to done. That's not a big deal. But thank you for the raising. That's
thank you. So we take our bugs and put them to done if they're checked.
Yeah. If she's check it, I will tell her she can move it to done. So don't worry about this.
She will do it herself.
Yes, if she already checked your bug report. So yeah, you can move it by yourself to the done without any problem. So but I will let you know. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, guys, we already like 30 minutes, like extra for the class. Okay, guys, so focus on your current task, bug reports, and finish documentation lessons. With the test case, we will start working more deeply like Saturday and next week, because we will have to learn like a lot of types of testing. We will be executing smoke testing and regression. So I would say next 2 weeks, we will be focusing exactly on testing, on test case creation, smoke test, testing and execution, regression test creation and execution. So maybe you will start thinking that's kind of boring, maybe, guys, but it's, believe me, it's necessary. Your first skill is a tester. You're supposed to know how to create a lot of test cases really quickly, how to create bug reports. And these skills, to improve the skills, it's only possible by practicing only, and a lot. So right now, I can create like a lot of test cases for the short period of time because I already know how to do it. I have a lot of practice. Same to you guys. Once you will start practicing, you will be getting an idea. I understand like sometimes like some of you may not feel comfortable yet, but you will be really feel comfortable a little bit later. Okay, Elena, we will figure out your question. Don't worry about this one. Even if it will stay it's to do, that's fine. Well, the main idea is she's supposed to check it and give you feedback. Once it's done status, it's not really matter right now, but thank you for the reason. So, okay, guys. So that's it for now. I love you too, guys. I love all my students because you are the best. Once you hear, you already are like part of the TestPro team. Okay, guys. So let's finish for today. So please work hard on your whole task and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye guys.